So we have some new details tonight from a secretive meeting between some of America's top Democrats and some of the country's wealthiest liberal political donors. Secretive because reporters have been barred from these meetings. In fact, when they tried to get in, the camera shut up. Suddenly, nobody wanted to talk. The conservative political action group America Rising managed to get this video of Kentucky Senate candidate Allison Lonergan Grimes, who's running against Mitch McConnell, at the annual Democracy Alliance meeting. But that was about all they got. Mark Thiessen is a former chief speechwriter for President George W. Bush and a fellow at the American Enterprise Institute. And Robert Zimmerman is a veteran Democrat strategist and co-founder of Zimmerman Edelson Public Relations. Gentlemen, welcome. Good to have you here. So, Mark, tell us about this meeting. What's it all about?
Well, it's a group called the Democracy Alliance, which Politico calls a secretive club of wealthy liberals. It's a group that has raised over $500 million for liberal causes and liberal candidates. It doesn't disclose its donor lists. It raises money for PACs as well as liberal groups like Media Matters, but also PACs for Obama, Nancy Pelosi, and Harry Reid. And they don't disclose any of their donors. They're completely not transparent. The meetings are secret, off the record. The locations are kept secret. Reporters are not allowed to attend, and members are prohibited from discussing the meetings. Now, what's wrong with that? Nothing, unless, of course, you're a party who has made the central issue of their campaign in 2014 that there's something wrong with billionaires buying our democracy, and that's somehow un-American, which is exactly what the Democrats have done. So they are completely hypocritical to be attacking conservatives when they're doing the exact same thing.
We just showed a picture of some of the people that were there. Maybe we can put that back up. But this reporter, Ken Vogel for Politico, talks about how, like somebody put their body in between, him and Bill de Blasio, that Valerie Jarrett didn't want to make eye contact with anybody during the course of this meeting. And he says that, his efforts were met with recriminations or even a gentle physical force at some point. So, Robert, what do you make of all this?
Well, Mark, if you're shocked by the idea of politicians having secret private strategy sessions and not sharing them with the press, you got to get out more. Because whether it's the Republican Party or the Democratic Party or conservative or liberal super PACs, of course they're not going to share their strategies. They're private meetings, not going to share them with the press. The bigger issue is this. You speak about hypocrisy. The issue here is, if this process of super PACs is so reprehensible, then Republicans should be joining with the Democrats in the House and Senate who are trying to change the system. There are now 15 pieces of legislation that House and Senate members have introduced to abolish super PACs. And, in fact, there's a constitutional amendment Senator Udall introduced. But,
Robert, I think the point is that, you can't stand up there with one side of your mouth calling the Koch brothers un-American. There's this feeling that the Democrats who are doing this, it's beyond reproach because they're simply trying to better the system, right?
Well, Martha, I don't know how you
because it's all right if they do this because they're, but when the other side takes money, they're the big bad evil guys.
Here's how it works, Martha. I don't know how you do sports or Mark, how you do politics, but there's one set of rules for both sides. You can't have a system where there are two sets of rules.
Precisely my point. Thank you for making my point.
The reality simply is, as long as they're going to be under the law, super PACs.
Yes. So these folks are un-American too at the hotel? They were un-American?
Am I finished my point? Democrats are not going to unilaterally disarm. Democrats are going to step up, and they're going to follow the rules of the process. The difference here, Martha, is while the Republicans say they don't really agree with super PACs, they're doing nothing but going to the highest bidder, like the collection of Republicans going to Sheldon Adelson because he pledges to put $100 million into Republican
campaigns. And George Soros and those guys are beyond reproach. But
no, it's a very.
No, hold on.
In fact, let me tell you, Mark. Let me finish my point.
Hold on.
Let me let Mark get in here. Go ahead, Mark.
First of all, Harry Reid said, "What is un-American is when shadowy billionaires pour unlimited money into our democracy." Now we have Democrats holding a meeting of shadowy billionaires, begging them to pour billions of dollars into our democracy.
Well, that's not what Harry Reid
that's
said.
hypocritical.
Let's be clear.
And I will tell you, no, that's the exact quote from Harry Reid.
Exactly
Excuse me. Excuse me. Now I'm going to talk for a second. Hold on.
You
had your say. Can I please get my word in here? The people that you're talking about that are reproach. George Soros has made billions of dollars from companies, investing in companies with green energy projects that have been funded by the Obama administration. Same thing with Tom Steyer, who's fighting the Keystone XL pipeline. He's making billions of dollars from those decisions.
Martha,
you've got trial lawyers meeting at this group.
Let me just do a quick fact check.
Making billions of dollars.
Can we try a quick fact check here? First of all, if clean energy programs keep you up at night, I'm sorry about that, Mark. But if you're offended by this, the system has to change. At least Democrats are trying to do that legislatively, and Republicans are going up for auction. That's the difference
here. Thank you. Robert Zimmerman and Mark Thiessen, good to see you both.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So from the White House to the front pages of